Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B investing in BI, and we're going to take a look at a Paribus posting here. A lot of people have been really bullish on the project. The mainnet V1 has finally launched. That's got its own kind of universe and news surrounding it. But the one thing that I've noticed is that the next target, people, in the community, whether they're holders or not, they're going to be looking for marketing efforts. What is the project doing now that the mainnet has launched? And we all know, all of us reasonable people involved with the project know that they're still working on things. They're working on future iterations, as we've learned in these blog posts that they put out. They're constantly working on improving UI experience, the functionality, and developing their roadmap. So a lot of people I've noticed in the chat have been talking about, bringing up the marketing efforts. What are they doing for marketing? What are they doing to attract TVL? I'm going to highlight those things because a lot of people might miss them. I know a lot of the people that watch my videos, their ear is to Twitter and they're looking at the postings and they're reading the articles. But a lot of people, they aren't. So let's go ahead and check out and see what's going on. But first, I'm going to look at the metrics here, at least the ones that we have access to. This is posted on March 30th. That had under 10,000 views on Twitter. And in side note, people say that, oh, I don't understand why, Twitter put the views on there. I think this is a good metric. It allows us to see, at least for people that are in crypto, what they're getting, like the marketing efforts, like what's the reach? What has the reach been? Are they getting good feedback? We're able to see that. We've got 2 bookmarks, 247 likes, 13 quote tweets, and 100 retweets. I've retweeted it, of course. Let's take a look at the quote tweets and let's see what's going on. It's pretty amazing that Paribus is covered by Bloomberg. This is a Newswire article. So although it's good, it's got the good branding and stuff. You can post this. People are more likely to look at it and read it. But I noticed some people had a problem with the format of it. I'm not as concerned with it. It is a Newswire article, so I'm not really concerned with the format of it. It is what it is. It's just information published by Bloomberg that's written up as a Newswire article. So for me, I'm good with it. This is good marketing for me. Let's see. Mainnet V1 launch was been covered by Bloomberg. Great work. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Congratulations to the team. So far, we're seeing good stuff. We're seeing good feedback. This is what you want. So all the quote tweets are pretty good. The replies, there's a little bit more. There's more replies than we would typically get. So again, that name association, that is why the Newswires are decent. They're big as far as marketing goes. They're good. Congrats to the main. It's kind of same stuff going on in the comments. So not bad. Very few people are complaining. Yeah. Seems like the Coinbase custody crowd has a hunch. Yeah. I thought it was interesting that when we learned that Coinbase custody decided on their own to put PBX in there, that is not something that the team pushed for or asked them to do. They did that on their own. So they see potential, which is good. It's bullish. Let's take a look at the actual. All right. So again, it's typed up in an interesting font, but again, not super big deal. Miami, Florida, March 29th, 2023, AC and Newswire. The creator of the brand new cross-chain decentralized borrowing and lending protocol announced the release of their mainnet V1. The launch marks the first steps in their journey to be the go-to borrowing and lending platform for NFTs. Although this is not a live feature yet, they're still working on this. Initially, the protocol will offer wrapped BTC, ETH, and USDT. However, engineers are currently working on integrating NFTs into the next iteration of the protocol. So is that going to be V2 or are we going before that. I think it would be a main or a big release. So I think we'll get like, 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, that kind of deal. And then V2 should have NFT capability. That would be neat. The unique approach Paribus takes towards these more exotic assets is leveraging artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning systems to access an accurate value for every supported NFT collection. Let's go ahead and make this bigger so you can see it. There you go. Paribus key facts. Initially launching on Arbitrum and building on Cardano. The Paribus token PBX has now become our Cardano native token, trading on Wing Riders. So PBX is available on Cardano and on Wing Riders. There's no bridges. The price will be a little bit different, so beware of that. Supported by Charles Hoskinson's C Fund. We're privy to that information, but it's good that they bring that up as a key fact. Focused on developing a method to use exotic assets as collateral, NFTs, LP, synthetics, etc. I know a lot of people love NFTs, but the big thing for me is going to be these LP tokens and the synthetics. So I'm thinking things like, IUSD, not only a stable coin, but as a synthetic itself, stability pool type of thing. I'm looking at, wrapped Bitcoin or any of the synthetic assets that Indigo has. I'm thinking about stuff like that. Maybe ADA, AA, DA, their stuff, their NFT contracts, things like that are more interesting to me as far as being used as collateral than, JPEGs per se. Not to say that that's not a good idea or a way to bring in a ton of liquidity, because when the markets shift and those ETH and those Polygon NFTs start going crazy, man, watch out. I think Paribus going to Polygon next is probably the best move. AI and ML pricing models will allow instant loans rather than old-fashioned peer-to-peer models. User funds are always user-controlled, locked in smart contracts, and never held by the protocol. Mainnet has passed 2 separate hack and security audits pre-launch. The most recent audit was completed on March 16th. The bug bounty program through Immunify to ensure ongoing security updates. So this one is pretty big one for me. So it's not going to be one of those lock your stuff up in a protocol. This is going to be self-custody. You're going to be using your MetaMask. You're going to be interacting with smart contracts. Although there are possibilities for hacks involving this type of activity. That doesn't, just because it's self-custody does not mean that you're 100% safe. So the same rules still apply. But the way that it's structured is it's not held in the platform. It's held in a smart contract. You keep your assets in your wallet, and you execute those smart contracts from your wallet. So decentralized, or as decentralized as possible. Paribus CEO Dennis said, liquidity is the straw in the camel's back for NFTs. It is a point of pain and also a gap in the market. We believe liquidity with time and with more use case for NFTs will drastically improve. 2023 seems like it will be a good year for NFTs and tokenized assets. And again, I'm bigger on the tokenized assets. That is my thing. The contracts, the synthetics, physical goods, assets as NFTs. With such a growth and adoption, I believe systems like Paribus will become much more liquid and collateral friendly. Paribus COO Wilson Davis said, being a cross-chain borrowing and lending protocol, our goal with Paribus is to help bring liquidity and TVL from other ecosystems into the Cardano network. As soon as we have the functionality to integrate with Milkomeda, we'll be able to start bringing some of that liquidity across. So that's big. The Milkomeda EVM, they'll be able to mess around with wrap smart contracts, start interacting with the other networks that Milkomeda is integrating with. So, maybe even Algorand is on the horizon there, because they are over there as well with A1 in the side chain on Cardano see one. So that is the article. I think this is a really good article that kind of brings, kind of the person that might not be into Cardano, may not be a Cardano fanboy, but is interested in crypto. And, when you start talking about borrowing and lending, there's so many options out there that are mainstays right now. But Paribus has that edge. It has that synthetic. It has the NFTs. That is the edge that I think that they have. And if they play their cards right, they'll be able to start, bringing in more TVL, especially with the popularity of Arbitrum right now. I really think engaging the Arbitrum community is the next move. Start getting over there, because I asked some people about, actually a follower asked me about it. And I told them, and I asked them, I said, hey, give me what are the apps that I should be messing around with? I should be looking into. And they gave me a list of apps, and it did not feature Paribus. And I think that's the goal. When people talk about Arbitrum and they say, hey, what are the good apps over on Arbitrum? I think Paribus should be on that list. And I think that should be the goal. I'm going to help out as much as I can and talk about it. But I think that should be the goal for the project, especially using their ambassadors to make Paribus bigger, not just on Cardano, because Cardano is going to support regardless, but to get those ETH guys over on Arbitrum to start talking about Paribus, I think is the next big move. So, and not to make this too long, I'd like to thank you for checking out this video. If you've made it this far, make sure you hit that like, hit the share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.